Choose to drink wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
A clearing shower, a high of 16. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 15. A shower or two on Saturday, also 15. And 16 for Sunday. Right now, 14. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, we're relieved. The parents of Peter Falconio break their silence over the death of their son's killer. Donald Trump lashes out amid backlash over the Jeffrey Epstein files. IVF breakthrough, babies born with the DNA of 3 people. And the hottest Adelaide suburbs where you can buy a house right now. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
The news and issues that matter to South Australia. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA. The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey.
I am flabbergasted.
And Timmy G.
Absolute sports festival.
Yes, good afternoon. 7 after 4. Round 19 kicking off with Thursday night footy tonight. Some great grudge matches on the horizon this weekend. We know Port and the Hawks has been well documented. That's on Saturday. And the Crows and Suns, the rising sides of the comp. We have team selection for all those games tonight. Rowey, Timmy G, good afternoon.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Selection night tonight, no doubt about that. But got to say, still a little numb with the shock loss of Barry Robran, and talking to so many people last night, but today and everywhere you walk in the street, and went to Royal Regency this morning and played, and everybody's talking about that. It certainly didn't affect my game at all, let me tell you. But besides that, Channel 7, and unbelievably, has not been suddenly changed or anything. It was already programmed that Channel 7 would, their sample televised game of the week is Sunday, North v Port at Prospect. So there'll be incredible tributes there to Barry Robran, and I'm sure we'll get a terrific crowd out there as well to honour Barry, and of course his 2 premierships coming against Port. But I thought, one thing I thought as I welcome Stephen Rowe.
How are you, Timmy?
Rowey, the cartoons in the ties I love, and I think he always gets it pretty right. Now, the guy who does it is a guy called Peter Brolman. Now, Pete Brolman has been quite a prolific cartoonist over the years. Mad Central supporter. There used to be a magazine in our day called BM Magazine, and it was very clever written. And I remember once they put all of us Port players in dancing outfits. It was, but this is before AI and the ability to do that sort of stuff. But it was a very funny magazine. I used to love getting my hands on it. But he does these cartoons, and he's done one today with Barry rocking up at the pearly gates, and St. Peter saying to him, and Steve Russell just behind the goals, he said, Russell Ebert recommended we change the pearly gates just for you, Barry, and they changed them to goalposts. How good's that? And that is brilliant.
That's clever.
I love this little bit in the corner, though. It says, a match played in heaven.
Yep.
Not made in heaven, played in heaven.
Yeah.
Very well done, Pete, and to everybody who contributed to the tributes for Barry Robran last night.
Well, I got so much feedback from friends and family, and when I'm in at work, and Charles rang because he lost his mentor as well on the same day. He had
I'm very sad for
horrific day, and it is for the state. And once again, I know Jono Robran, his son, was listening. Maddie was listening as well, and Rodney rang in, and Jade, who's so close to us here, to the family. Once again, our condolences, because time doesn't heal.
No.
A loss is a loss, and he is a loss.
A massive
one of God's absolute gentlemen. So again, to the family and to the teammates. So we've got a very special, where are they now? Tonight?
Yeah.
A teammate. So again, tributes will flow. I don't think he's going to have a state funeral or a service he's going to do what Barry does best.
I was just about to
and
say.
just sit under the radar. And sail off into those pearly gates. So
well done.
So to the family again, our thoughts with you.
Absolutely. Hey, it is selection night, but great news coming out of the Adelaide Crows camp. They have signed the captain to the end of 2029. Now, he'll be 32 by the end of this contract, so I think it's well done. He's already won 2 BNFs in a row. I think he might be on track for 3 BNFs in a row. So I think from Adelaide Crows fans, this is awesome news. Jordan Dawson on signing for another 4 seasons.
2 more years on top of his...
He already had 2, yeah.
I didn't really look too far ahead, to be honest, when I first signed. I obviously wanted to come in and earn the respect from the team and the club and the supporters and play my best footy. And I didn't come in thinking I was going to be captain or anything like that, but I'm extremely grateful for how it's kind of turned out, and I'm excited as well by the future of the club and where we're heading, and just a great group of people that we've got in the playing group, but also that work here as well.
Yeah, there you go. He's pretty happy at home.
Because this is what happens with these things. When you've still got 2 more years, the club can come to you and rip that up.
Start again.
So now you're on more money for those 2, and we're going to give you even more for another 2. Yeah. And I think that is superb.
Because they'll probably amortise it over that period.
That's exactly right. And why would you not? He is in Brownlow form. He's been a far better player and skipper than I thought he would be. And that's not knocking him. We probably didn't know him at Sydney.
I think it was under the radar at Sydney.
Absolutely. So to the list management, the group that courted him over a period to get him to the club, saw something special, and this kid is special.
Yeah. And
well done. On all parts, that is brilliant.
I reckon we spoke to one of the assistant coaches. They said, we wanted to keep him at Sydney. They wanted to keep him,
they did.
Which is fair enough too.
Of course they did.
The thing about it is, I'm going to ask Jimmy Bartel this. He's not going to be on, and I'm just assuming, but I don't think he's going to be on anywhere these numbers that they're talking about, say with Tom de Koning, for long-term contracts, 1.7, all this.
No.
I just would like to talk to Jimmy Bartel maybe about, is there a chance of having a loyalty bonus? And we spoke about the other day, you brought it up, just about how can you reward somebody who does stick around and it maybe does, 8, 9, 10 years at your club? Because somebody like Jordan Dawson, he's going to win 3 BNFs in a row and has led the club out of, bottom ranks.
Yep.
It's not going to get anywhere near the dough that some others.
But I'm more the Taylor Walkers, the Travis Boakes. Every team's got one that stays and could have gone for more money. We had the retention scheme before the 90s, and that was to keep South Australian National Football League players here without the lure of Victoria. And per game, there was a dollar figure. Per state game, there was a dollar figure. If you won a best and fairest, there was a dollar figure, and it just went Some players were worth 270, 300,000. So that when they were to retire, this is yours, thank you for your loyalty. Yeah. Surely clubs should be able to do that for their loyal servants outside of any salary cap.
Love it. I think he'll be one of those fellas that should be rewarded like that. Hey, Riley Thilthorpe, you got the big game this weekend. He's in form, isn't he? He's running amok at the moment, but he reckons we're going to go to work on blocking out the Suns.
Well, they've got unbelievable players all over the field. Their mids are unbelievable. Half-backers run and carry and give them a lot. So we'll try and shut that down as forwards, and the mids will go to work, and the backs will keep doing what they're doing, and we'll go head-to-head, I guess.
I think Timmy was a bit happy with that one. He did what's that?
Chelsea dagger.
He did a Chelsea dagger
on the live stream.
So what was the throw again? You should be the editor for the advertisement. What was it again?
It was a terrible pun.
Do it again.
I said, he said, we'll go to work on blocking out the Suns.
Yeah, no, that's a play on words.
Yeah, see what I did there? Thank you very much.
So Butsy's out with a punctured lung. Cook's out with concussion. Nick Murray comes in for Butts. I'll be very, very interested to see if they go to a Sid Draper. 7 clearances on the weekend. He probably wasn't their most prolific ball winner, but there's a role for him coming into finals.
I'd hope so.
Because of his speed, he's just something different that they don't have.
His sideway movement.
Unbelievable.
That's what I love.
Or maybe a Luke Pedler. Murphy was probably the best in the sample last week. Scholl and Schomburg. Charlie Edwards I'd like to have a look at. So I'm very interested to see. We'll speak to Burnsy just before 6 to see who takes the Cook role.
He'll put you back in your selection place. He normally does, doesn't he?
I like that.
What do you reckon the focus is to beating them?
The Suns? Yeah. Oh, it has to be a complete effort. Forwards, backs, mids. If they lose mids this week against the team that's number 1 for centre clearance with Rowey and Noah Anderson, it could get ugly.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk
you don't
about
want to be playing the Gold Coast Suns on your half-forward line, because if you win centre square, that's where the ball ends up.
Well, we've got Richie Douglas coming on from the Gold Coast Suns. They probably get confused there, being an ex-Crow, of course, and Scotty Burns will come on and we can discuss that with them.
Done.
Port Adelaide, well, we know that their biggest issue is the injury list. Here's Ken Hinkley on the chances of Wines, Alir and Connor Rowey.
Yeah, they should be okay to get through and play. They'll train today and, they'll be managed through the training today, but we expect they'll both be there. We'll give him a chance to see how he is, but if there's any risk or any that he can't handle the issues that he's got with his hand, we just wouldn't play him. So it'll be simple. We won't make that call until later in the week, but Connor, he's the captain. He gets the choice on that, and he's got to be able to do what he needs to do, and I'll trust him to make that decision.
Yeah, so we'll see how that pulls. I would say a no-risk policy on Connor Rowey, so
I would have thought
I don't
so.
think he'll play.
And we know Willie's already been ruled out. This is the Aeroplane Jelly Mark II game, isn't it? There's been 2 games since Ken and Sicily did the Brum Brums.
It'll be the last opportunity for it, yes.
Can I just read out the weather for Saturday in Lonnie?
Yep. Yes, please.
Showers, windy, 6 degrees, likely sleet and 45 kilometre-hour gusts of wind.
It's a tough day at the office.
That's
the other thing about
2 planes to get there. This could be ugly.
This is your classic wet weather football day. That
get down and get dirty.
Get down and get dirty.
What did you say to him in the sport room? Run
the straight line.
Just run the straight line.
And if you run a straight line, take it out, and you know what? You can have a win. You can have a win.
Had
some good wins against Hawthorn.
I reckon Jack said that a few times.
Oh, lots of times.
Jack.
Do not deviate. I heard this during the week. Fox Footy, midweek tackle, they call it. Have a listen to this. It's about NT bringing a team in, and that would make it 20 teams. Have a listen.
The more serious stages is what's happening in the Northern Territory, as you mentioned. And also for the first time tonight, you can hear the name, Ralphie. Territory Lightning is being bandied around as a potential name for that 20th side. They're adamant that they will only be a 20th side. They're only interested in following in the Devils after they hopefully come in 2028. But they're already targeting a date. 2032 is when they are coming into the competition. Sean Bowden, the AFL-NT chair, says if we could do it earlier, we will. They've got colours, black, white and ochre, which is the traditional colours of the Northern Territory. And they've got a fixture plan. They're going to play 3 to 4 games in Alice Springs to start the season in a revamped Traeger Park, and then build a brand new stadium in Darwin to play the rest of the game. So they'll play until May or so down in the heart of Australia and then move up north. And they think, as with a lot of other people in football, this will complete the picture of Australian football if we have a team in the Tassie and a team in the Territory.
There you go. That's the plan.
I like it, but not 20 teams.
And the issue for that is, and I love what I saw yesterday on the back of this, was 20 teams. Can the AFL, not only, it's not about sustaining it or, funding it and the like, it is about the quality of it.
100%.
And that's the thing that I've been concerned with for a while we've been expanding. It's getting thinner, and your depth in some footy clubs is getting thinner, which makes it harder to recover if you get down the bottom. So Tom Rockcliffe, of course, of Brisbane and played with Port Adelaide, and I like Tommy's views on a lot of things, but he said 20 teams would destroy the AFL. Some games are unwatchable now. Ruthless, but I'd go to 16 teams, relocate a couple of Victorian teams, draft and recruit ready-made players, less project players, let them develop in the academies and the state leagues so you get more quality for longer. And this is flashing back to the 80s. He said would produce a better product. So 8223 0000. Which way would you like to go? Would you like to go back to 16 and relocate a couple of Vic teams? Or would you like 20 teams and have the NT come in after Tasmania? Which way do you want it to go?
8223 0000 is the number. More teams or less teams? Tell us what you'd like. We're going to ask Jimmy Bartel later in the show. Where are they now? A very special one with a teammate of Barry Robran's. We have Scotty Burns from the Crows to talk through their selection tonight. And Richard Douglas, a former Crow, who's now with the Gold Coast Suns, a development coach. Big game on the weekend, and the teams will come out at 5.50. But for a $50 Powers voucher, your call's next, 8223 0000.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
There's one word that should be deleted forever. It transcends language, culture, geography, status, and it doesn't discriminate. That word is cancer, and until we can delete it, we're going to treat it. Lift Cancer Care is dedicated to offering additional cancer services to complement your existing treatment plan. We collaborate closely with your medical team to achieve the best outcomes for your diagnosis. So, if you or a loved one are ever struck with the C word, think of the L word first. liftcancercare.com.au.
Paradise Mazda's winter demo deals are on now. Warm up with red hot savings across over 100 demo vehicles in stock and ready to drive away. From the City Smart CX-3, the versatile CX-5 to the tough BT50, there's something to suit every lifestyle. Don't wait. These deals won't last all winter. Only at Paradise Mazda, where the deal is just the beginning. Book your test drive today. Visit paradisemazda.com.au. T's and C's apply. MVD 1370.
Hey, it's Jordan Dawson here, captain of the Adelaide Football Club. I know the importance of a home ground advantage. And when it comes to building, South Australia is the home ground for Sterling Homes. For 50 years, they've been building quality homes here. So whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, if you're looking to build, look no further than Sterling Homes and get the home ground advantage today.
Okie dokie, nobody knows paint like Rowey's. They're the best team.
That's correct.
Get in there on the weekend, even tonight. There's a store near you. Visit crowspaints.com.au. I love their advice. I love their price.
Yes.
They only sell quality paint.
Only.
The best. So, okay, I'm looking out here now. There's a crane out there.
Yep.
We want to paint a crane. What's it made of? Steel. Do we need to sand it first? Yes, you do. Do you have to undercoat it? Yes, you do.
Have to be sort of water resistant too, would it not?
All of that.
Yeah.
UV, they are just... What are you painting? And then they go, you need this, this, and this. And you need drop sheets? You don't want to drop it. Yep, you do. Well, we got these ones. They're just the best. So whatever you're painting, timber, metal, tile, steel, whatever you're painting, Rowey's can help. You'll love their prices. Best service, best quality, best advice. How can you go wrong? Premium quality paint. Visit crowyspaints.com.au.
We all want to save on energy costs. Go Harvey Norman for the latest in energy-efficient appliances. Upgrade now and get bonus gift cards. Westinghouse 8-kilo washer, just $694, plus bonus gift card. LG 530-litre quad-door fridge, now under $2,200, plus bonus gift card. Bosch 14-place freestanding dishwasher, huge value, $1,347, plus bonus gift card. Don't miss bonus gift cards with selected appliances at Harvey Norman now. Conditions and exclusions apply.
Something wild, cool and sophisticated has arrived in SA. JCU, selling a new SUV and only at Morfett Vale, Main South Road.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
23 minutes after 4, we're asking, would you like more teams or less teams in the AFL? The proposal from the NT to get a 20th AFL licence. Jimmy Bartel with a different time. He's going to join us at 4:30. We'll speak with him very shortly, and we're taking your calls right now for a $50 Powers voucher, 8223 0000. For Rossdale Homes, SA's most trusted, custom design, fixed pricing and a total peace of mind, because trust is a must. Let's check your traffic.
Afternoon, nasty smash to look out for a Karratha Park, Anzac Highway, Beckman Street. Heavy delays inbound, got detours in place. Anzac Highway closed citybound there. Henley Beach, Car and Stobie Pole, Steeview Road near South Street, and Port Adelaide, another collision, Commercial Road near Baines Place. Cameras at Wonga Road, Hope Valley, and got another one spotted, Bundy's Road at North Adelaide. The Woolworths online super sale is on. Save up to 50% off online. Visit woolworths.com.au for more information. Ends August 5 while stocks last. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Here you go. We're asking.
Can I just mention something before we go to our callers? If you want to know how bad the AFL is, well, listen to this. This is about the fixturing. Could an organiser up in a brewery? Okay. See, I didn't swear.
No. Good.
Could an organiser up in a brewery? Essendon are on tonight, Thursday night. They would probably be the worst performed team of the last 6 weeks. And what happened 6 weeks ago? We did the fixture, did we not? For the rest of the game. Because they hold it and they say, we'll reward the teams that are doing well for Thursday and Friday night. And the big one is Saturday night as well. So Essendon have got Thursday night tonight versus GWS. Next Friday, they play the Dogs. Another blockbuster. Round 22, Friday night versus Geelong. Round 23, St Kilda, Friday night. Now, round 24, they've got to play the Gold Coast. They're not playing that Sunday twilight.
No.
What?
So 5 of the last 6 rounds of the year, they'll get a Friday or a Thursday night.
Yeah, that is a disgrace. That is. But
if you finish top 4...
When's Swanee start? Monday?
Monday.
Oh, God.
If you finish top 4, you'll get a great draw. Don't worry about that. So, do we want more teams?
That's
extraordinary.
Do we want to bring it back to 16? Let's ask Luke at Craigmore. G'day, Luke.
Hi, Timmy. How you doing, mate?
Good
Rowey, I agree with you. This AFL is shocking.
Oh, my God.
Look, I'm for 20 teams. I'll tell you why if you give me a minute.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't think it's like... I agree with Rockcliffe about the talent pool being, really low. The AFL, the useless AFL, and the SANFL They need to develop the young kids. We've got more kids playing soccer these days than they are footy. Like, we've got country teams, like the Hills Footy League, right? They've got clubs screaming for juniors out in the Barossa League. Same thing. There are so many junior clubs screaming for kids to play and to learn the skills. That's where they need to put their money in. And if they do that, hopefully we get some new diamonds out of the rough, and they go on to boost the numbers and the quality of the AFL. So, in my opinion, definitely 20 teams, but for Christ's sake, can they just please put some money into grassroots footy?
In the investment into the grassroots. Great call, Luke.
Well, the sample is, look at their development pathways.
Well, it is about participation too, because more participation, more numbers, then you get more depth. Let's go to Morphett Vale.
Thanks,
G'day,
Luke.
Ken.
G'day, boys. How are you?
Excellent.
I'm sorry, I've got to disagree with your first caller, only on the basis, I'm all for more money into ground roots football. But
yes.
If they come back to 16 teams, that means they play 15 games. One team plays the others 15 times. They could do 30 weeks. In other words, every team plays every team twice. And then the finals. Now, that only extends the season. Like, at the moment, it's 24 rounds, so that goes to, say, 30.
Yep.
Bear in mind, professional income earners, whatever we do, and when I was working, I only ever got 4 weeks annual leave. I know it's a harder game and it's physical, etc., than normal businesses, but if you go to 30 weeks, as I say, like 16 teams, that's 30 weeks. Everyone plays everyone twice. So get rid of this crap where some teams are playing each other twice and some aren't, and it would make it so much easier to program, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've got to get integrity back into the AFL. You look at the NFL, less is more. Have a look at their fixture. They do it so well.
16 weeks, regular season,
just
4-week postseason. It's over in 20.
Less is more. I would clip 2 Melbourne teams, and the way to do that is relegation and promotion. So it's so hard to clip 2 teams because some of them are 100-odd years old. So I reckon the bottom 2 Melbourne teams, there's 10 Melbourne teams, the bottom 2 on the ladder drop back to the VFL. So this year it would be who? North Melbourne and Richmond.
Richmond, yeah.
Then they've got to win the VFL to come back up.
Well, wouldn't they?
Wow.
Wouldn't they?
What if Werribee win? They're up in the AFL?
But I don't think it could come from that unless there's a true second-tier comp. So a Norwood or a Glenelg or South Fremantle or East Fremantle, they're never going to do it like that. But those 2 Melbourne teams are heritage.
Imagine
that.
Where did Richmond finish last year? Down the bottom, didn't they?
Yeah.
So imagine 4 years after you've won 3 out of 4, you're back in the Div 2.
It's humbling.
That's going to go down like a lead balloon.
Wow.
Hello, Dave.
G'day, fellas. Your previous caller sort of stole the thunder a little bit. The talent pathways is, I think, where the focus needs to be. Look, the upcoming draft this year, we're told that it's compromised because the GWS, Gold Coast and Brisbane academies have got so many players coming through. The state leagues don't really develop players that are ready for AFL footy unless they're the high-end draft picks. When was the last time a kid came through a junior program at an SANFL club and played 50 or 80 SANFL games and then got drafted? It doesn't happen. You go straight from the juniors straight into the senior program if you're the top-end talent. And then the state leagues don't really develop bottom-end players to come through that successfully. So I'm not sure where Rocky was looking at that. I think the development pathways for elite talent around that 15 to 18-year age group, focus on that and we'll get the top-end talent coming through.
Well said, Dave. You're spot on. Just a quick text before we go to the break at Smack on 4:30. Just watch Crows training. Barry limped off with what looks to be a soft tissue injury to his right leg. Curtin also left early. Paul from Westlakes. Paul, thank you for being our eyes and our ears. We will ask Burnsy that.
Yeah. All right.
That's alarming, especially if it's Dan Curtin.
And Pete said, guys, don't relocate a couple of Vic teams. Get rid of them.
Simple. Maybe that's the solution. Have your say. Less teams, more teams. What would you do with the comp? 8223 0000. We'll ask Jimmy Bartel next.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. An elderly woman's died and a man's fighting for life after their car hit a tree on Anzac Highway at Karalta Park. National Socialist Network leader Thomas Sewell wants taxpayers to fork out for his court costs after charges against him were dropped. Emergency crews are continuing to search for a missing light plane in New South Wales. And Crows skipper Jordan Dawson will remain with Adelaide till at least the end of 2029 after signing a contract extension. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Karalta Park, a smash on Anzac Highway to Beckman Street. Heavy delays inbound Anzac Highway actually closed city-bound. Detours in place. Avoid if you can the Savo. Henley Beach car in Stobie Pole crash. CV Road near South Street getting cleaned up. Another collision at Port Adelaide Commercial Road near Baines Place. Cameras at Wonga Road, Hope Valley, and got one setting up right now. Valley Road at Highbury. It's a price frenzy at JB Hi-Fi with crazy deals like 20% off all Samsung fridges, washers and dryers. Get into JB while stocks last. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight and mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 15. At the moment, 14. More news at 5 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
In your heaviest moments, the women of White Lady Funerals are here to unburden you and your family. Wherever you are, whatever you need, know that you can share in our strength. White Lady Funerals. Let our strength help you find yours.
Unlock your next getaway with a chance to win one of 2 Crusader caravans, plus 50k in vouchers to be won nationally. Buy the advertiser, find today's code word and enter at winwithnews.com.au. T's and C's apply. T25/904.
Once it's gone in Dreamland's once-a-year warehouse sale.
That's right, our warehouses are full, so right now it all has to go. With savings of up to 60% off big brand Australian mattresses and ensembles like Sealy Posturepedic, Sleepmaker, Exclusive Sleep Haven, Restopedic and Utopia. Plus there's huge savings on bed frames, bedroom furniture, adjustable beds in Manchester. With savings of up to a massive 60% off, don't miss out on a great deal and a better night's sleep in Dreamland's once-a-year warehouse sale.
It'll soon be gone. Dreamland.
Jimmy Bartel next. Now, when it comes to making your next party something really special and comfortable, using one of those tarpy thingies to block out the wind to make a bit of a difference, well, that's, I want you to make a big difference.
That's exactly right. Absolutely won't. Those tarps don't do anything.
They do bugger all.
Actually, don't mention tarps. Big Difference Home Improvements, especially when it comes to outdoor blinds. Now, call Big Difference Home Improvements and see what a huge difference their outdoor blinds can make to your entertaining area. Now, that is sun, rain, hail or shine, they're brilliant.
Yeah, don't muck around with your outdoor blinds. You need them supplied and installed by pros like the team at Big Difference Home Improvements. You'll love the end result, the outstanding service, you'll love the price, and they'll last forever.
That's it. Now, Big Difference Home Improvements, grand opening next Friday, by the way. Yeah, opening up on the boulevard. You know when you used to turn to go to Footy Park?
Oh,
just on the right there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
just
a
on the right
beautiful
there.
spot.
So sensational. So they'll also make a big difference when it comes to roller shutters, carports, pergolas, verandas, stunning timber decks.
Yeah. Don't just make a difference, make a big difference. Visit bigdifference.com.au for a free measuring quote.
1 minute you've got a life in front of you and you're happy and you've got your family, and the next minute you've got nothing. And I thought to myself, this is the end of my life. I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. But Hutt Street Centre straight away made me feel like I'm safe. I'm comfortable. There is another day tomorrow, and it's going to be a bright day. That's what Hutt Street is to me.
Step up to end homelessness by supporting Hutt Street Centre's Walk a Mile in My Boots. Register or donate today.
Something wild, cool and sophisticated has arrived in SA. JCU, selling a new SUV and only at Morfett Vale, Main South Road.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
25 minutes to 5. It is team selection night, so we'll get the Crows and Port Adelaide teams very soon, and Scotty Burns from the Adelaide Crows to join us tonight. We have tickets to give away as well to the sold-out Adelaide Thunderbirds semi-final tonight, so don't miss your chance. Stay listening. That's a huge game against the Vixens on Sunday. And right now, it's a very good time to welcome in a guest who generally joins us on a Wednesday, but we've moved into a Thursday night, all thanks to Statesman Windows, Adelaide's most trusted boutique window company, SA family-owned and operated since 1980.
Bartel checks sides it brilliantly. He can do it all, James Bartel. He's my Bravo man.
Jimmy Bartel on the 5AA Sports Show.
Oh, Jimmy, a legend, thanks for your time. Thanks for moving. We lost an absolute treasure yesterday in Barry Robran. I'm sure you would have heard about him.
Absolutely. I think I've spoken to you guys around Hall of Fame time before, and I'm a big nut for the history of the game, and his name certainly transcended the CNFL. Like every time someone talks about greats of the game, his name was easily alongside all of them, and it didn't even matter whether he played VFL, AFL, anywhere. Like triple McGarry medalist, he's at 7 best and fairest, could play centre forward in the middle, and the old position, ruck rover. So that's how much I knew about him over here in Geelong growing up.
He was a champion on the field and an absolute treasure off, Jimmy. We lost a great. So, yeah, well done. Thank you for that. Crows' big win versus the Dogs. That was a big test for me. They got another one against the Suns. God, the more I watch them, the more I think they're the real deal.
Yeah, I think they are. And we go back to the first 4 weeks and we admired their firepower and went, well, hang on, they're still giving up 100 points. But since that, first month, they've been a great defensive unit. They work really well together. They're tough. They play a really sound defensive style. So they take back shoulder. They force you to hit the hit-ups on the way through, but they get enough pressure on the ball as well. And you flip that over, what they did to the Dogs, they were able to just get out through the front of the contest. And if the Crows can do that, you can't stop their firepower. It's either, you've got the smalls at ground level, and hopefully Rochelle can get back. I know it was a pretty serious injury, but then you've got Rankin, and this is where the 3 big boys become important. Most people think when you've got the 3 talls, you just whack it down there and let them do the work. Well, if you have a little bit of space and you kick it to advantage, Stilthorpe's impossible. He's impossible to stop. He's a one-grab mark. He knows he's the biggest brute on the field and plays that way, and that's what they were able to do to the Dogs. When you go back and actually have a look how Stilthorpe got the footy, it's that same, the Crows midfielders got their shoulders out, which means they got a chance to look up. Where is he? Then kick it to his advantage, and you just can't stop him if you kick it to his advantage side. Yeah.
I still think we're a little bit too reliant on that front half conversions and brilliance. And you mentioned that the 3 big, Stilthorpe, Walker, and Fogg, and then you got the littles that are doing it well. The midfield still worries me a tad. They got us, the Dogs, 5 centre square clearance goals, 5, and they scored 9 goals, 6 from stoppage. They're big numbers that you can't allow come final time, Jimmy.
No, you can tighten that up, and that's probably a bit of the review. And this is the difficult thing. We know ruckmen aren't the brightest individuals, but you've got probably the smartest man in the AFL there as your ruckman.
There you go.
Brian.
Riley, the big hooer.
Riley. Yeah, he's a rocket surgeon, as they say. But that's where you actually a bit of leadership. And we had this at Geelong sometimes, where you go, hang on, they've got 2 in a row. You have to go over to the ruck and go, listen here, knackers, you're not getting your hand on it. What are we going to do? And they always say, no, I'm getting my hand on it. It's okay if you're not, because you can set up that way. And that's when you get a bit of maturity. You go, look, they got 1. Let's not let them get 2. They're certainly not getting the 3rd. So they'll review that. They'll be better for it. But let's not forget, the Dogs do that to a lot of sides. When you've got, Richards, the Bont, Libber all in the side as well, it's some serious firepower they got, and that's their strength. So just going into the finals, have a little bit of a plan. Hey, if they get 1, what do we do? If they get 2, we're definitely doing something. And if we get the 3rd, well, we're not letting them come out the front.
Well said.
Hey, Jimmy, Port Adelaide injury woes continue. One thing I was looking forward to last week was Horne-Francis and Harley Reid going at each other. Gee, I didn't realise it was going to blow up that much. But do you like that sort of thing? And I'm probably, we see a lot of hugging and kissing after games. I like the fact that these 2 were going at each other.
Yeah, it certainly was tasty, wasn't it? And a bit of emotion, and we constantly hear with these 2, they play on the edge and all that sort of stuff. So the fact is, once they went head-to-head, I like Horne-Francis's response. It was 2 stoppage goals. One was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how the West Coast player didn't touch on the line, but the second one, my goodness, that was pure class. And didn't he let Harley Reid know about it? And just on Harley Reid, I saw a stat somewhere, 36 games in. Do yourself a favour, have a look at his numbers like for like with the players he sort of plays the same role. So one is Horn Francis, Petrarca is another, and there's a couple others. He almost mirrors them. So I know everyone's expecting so much out of the kid. Yes, he can dial back the free kicks and that bit of that sloppy play because it's hurting him and his team. But he has a crack, and you can't deny him that. He wasn't afraid of taking it up to Horn Francis away in Adelaide where the crowd's going to boo you every single time. So I'm like you. I enjoyed the theatre of the game.
The tribunal was busy. Chera ended up with a fine, $5,500 for the umpire contact. Big Cherry got the 3-game ban upheld, and so did Bailey for the 1-game ban. Are you happy with those results? And Harley Reid got away with that trip on boat. Did you think he might have got a game or two?
Yeah, he got pretty lucky. Just started working our sort of way back there. He got pretty lucky. He hung the leg out there, but Rowan Marshall, I think, did something similar early in the year and got a fine. I think they lent him the benefit of doubt. But let's talk about the Adam Chera and possibly the dumbest thing we've ever seen in AFL football. Actually, I'll take that. It's certainly on the podium up there with AFLX and some of the other boneheaded ideas they've had. Are you telling me that we wasted, doubt, probably $20,000 to $30,000, and they said we want a $5,000 fine, and the AFL wanted a $6,250 fine? Is that the most ridiculous garbage we've ever seen? And that is a waste of money, and there's a waste of money going on at the tribunal. I'd love to see AFL clubs go, well, if it's just going to be the matrix, and these are the reasons why you can argue at the tribunal, why can't we educate a football manager? Every club now has got a legal person in their executive or in their team. Make them do it. Like, it's taking the piss, and it's actually stupid. Like, the fact that we went one to the tribunal and then we argued over, what was it, a few $100 here and there. I think someone worked it out to be 0.01% of Adam Chera's wage.
Yeah.
What a complete waste of time. Money that could have gone elsewhere in the game.
Spot on.
Oh, God, I'm so looking forward to Monday when Greg Swan gets his size 9.5s under the desk. I heard Chris Fagan say, look, don't expect too many radical changes from Swan. Give him time to settle in. No, he's going to come in with 2 guns blazing on his white, trusty steed I hope he does a Donald Trump. China, here's 150% tariff. China, illegal elements, out you go. Putin, go and get stuffed. I hope he comes out all guns blazing, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are hoping the great purge goes on down at Hotel House, or a bit of Doge or whatever it was called, where they cleaned up all the waste and cost. But, yeah, I'm a bit with Fags. Like, I think we're almost hoping it's St. Greg Swan to come save us and things like that. He's going to have to take some time to work out who's who in the zoo, as they say, and who's just been walking around shuffling papers and flicking light switches on, and who's actually having an impact. So he's got a big task in front of him, but there's some clear and obvious things that he can really roll the sleeves up and get started on.
Yeah, I think there is.
Yeah, certainly.
As plain as the nose on my face, as crooked as it is, Timmy.
And Tom Harley to join in as well on the back of that. We'll have a bit of a bonus. Hey, Jordan Dawson has just re-signed with Adelaide. He had another 2 years onto his deal. We're talking about loyalty versus the Conning's a great example. He's got a big offer on the table at 1.7. The guys with loyalty won't be rewarded as much. It's almost as if you go, you're definitely going to get rewarded money-wise. We were talking about trying to bring up some sort of loyalty bonus, Jimmy. I don't know whether that sits with you well, but you would have got it.
I was just a hack amongst a lot of stars at Geelong, so I was well down the pecking order. But I was sort of wondering, I'd never actually wanted to put the club under any stress. It was like, well, let's talk about the deal. You offer something, we'll give it a counter, and that should be it. Like, you give your best offer, we'll get our best, and you land somewhere in the middle. That's sort of always my approach. Now, with the Coning, like, that's life-changing money. He's already going to get life-changing money, but it's almost too ridiculous not to walk away from. But I think what it does tell you, it does take you more money to pry someone out of a footy club, and this is what James Hird was alluding to on Footy Furnace. And when he was referencing Marcus Montempelli, a lot of people sort of took that compensation as like, well, the bond has to be worth more. What he was highlighting was, well, the cost of moving or the price to move your club was $500,000 because he was saying the Bond's probably going to, if he re-signs the Dogs, he'll be around about 1.2 just because with all their other stars.
Yep.
And if the Koning is 1.7, well, the difference is 500. So he was almost saying, well, that's the price to move a star of the game, so we know. And that's where he was getting to. Because I know we talk about it a lot. We know a lot of managers like to drag out contracts because it gets their name in the paper and then they can go sell it to a future young kid coming through. But really not too many players move. I know we've had more movement than ever in the last couple of years, but it's not a lot when you think about it.
Well, this is what I do, and we've got a couple here, Taylor Walker, Travis Boak. I mean, you played, Bont's a good example, that have played for years. And it's got to be outside of a salary cap and it's got to be reward. So let's just say it's Boakey. Port Adelaide puts on a testimonial for Boakey. The club take half, he takes half. You get donations, sponsors, all that sort of stuff, black tie event. He might walk away with $250,000. I mean, that's what I'd do.
Yeah, the other thing that goes missed a little bit is the advantage of spending your whole career at one club, what that does as far as earning potential and capacity post your career. So, like, you then become, brought back into the club, whether it be in a coaching role or a football manager role, or you've got speaking engagements, or when you present the media and things like that, like you've been a long-time servant of this club. And so some clubs have that ability that if you're a long-time servant of that club, you can still earn good money sort of off, your playing days at that club post your playing career. Like I know a lot of the guys I played with, the fact that we all played, between 10 and 15 years for the Cats has set us up really well. There's assistant coaches here, there and everywhere. There's footy managers. There's guys in the media. So there is some other ways that you can make good dollars post your actual playing days.
So what's the going cashy rate in Melbourne for a good speaking engagement? Timmy wants to know.
Well, if Timmy's booking it, it's probably nothing under 10 grand. But I saw Timmy gather around, and geez, that was a sharp suit he had on. Was that an Armani suit he had? I think
ignition for men, thank you.
And I know he carries his wallet on the right because he kept having this hobble. He kept wandering over to the right-hand side.
There we go.
There's good gear.
There we go. Oh, Jimmy, love your work, mate. Have a great weekend of AFL.
Anytime, gentlemen.
Good old Jimmy Bartel. He's telling fibs there. Statesman Windows, though, they don't. Adelaide's boutique window company, trusted by the best builders in Adelaide. They're just like Jimmy. They're elite performers, consistently delivering at the highest level. Need the best windows? See Statesman Windows.
Here's your roads at 12 to 5.
At Karratha Park, a smash on Anzac Highway near Beckman Street. Heavy delays inbound. Anzac Highway closed city bound. Detours in place. Avoid that if you can, the Savo. Henley Beach car and Stobie Pole crash getting cleaned up. CV Road near South Street. Another collision at Port Adelaide Commercial Road near Baines Place. Busy South Road, Edwardstown, with a camera at the moment, Grave Street at Newton. Freedom's flash sale is on now. Get 25% off store-wide, in-store and online. But hurry, sale must end Monday. You don't want to miss this, only at Freedom. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Each week on the 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G track down the sporting greats of years gone by. With 5AA's Where Are They Now? Thanks to Walco. Walco are at the centre of SA's biggest cover-up with their incredibly good-looking Walco mesh pool cover.
You wake up and you're feeling a bit off. Your nose is runny, but maybe it's just a cold. That scratchy throat, though, that could be something worse.
Test for COVID, Flu A, Flu B and RSV in just minutes with Cell Life, the premium 4-in-1 rapid antigen test. Fast, reliable results. Make the smart choice for your health and your family. Insist on the brand the healthcare professionals prefer. Cell Life at leading chemists and Amazon. CELLIFE.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. The National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save is on now. Spend $4,000 will only charge you $2,750, or spend $2,000 will only charge you $1,450, or $1,000 will only charge you $750. Don't miss the National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save on now. So rush into a National Tiles store near you, or go online at nationaltiles.com.au now and save. Conditions apply.
For 50 years, Sterling Homes has set the standard. That's a long time in business. And now, to celebrate their 50th anniversary, they're inviting you to share your dream with them.
They are a brilliant company. To be in business in building for 50 years, you're doing more than something right. You're elite. You're great. Now, you get 15 grand's worth of luxury upgrades at Sterling Homes. No extra cost. Choose from what matters to you. It could be a reverse cycle air conditioner, stone bench tops, solar panels, more. 2.7 metre high ceilings there included. Now, when you build a home, it's on a budget.
Yeah.
You go, oh, God, I can't afford that bench top. Well, yes, you can.
Wish I could get higher ceilings.
There you go. Yes, you can.
Got them thrown in. Sterling Home, they build on blocks of all shapes and sizes. And it doesn't matter if it's as big as Adelaide Oval or just the Gold Square, because at Sterling Homes, your home.
They're terrific. So visit their display home across Adelaide. There's many of them. Their locations, go to sterlinghomes.com.au. Hey, T's and C's apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. Laura Willington. Understaffing in our hospitals is harming you and me. We urgently need a workforce plan to identify the right number of doctors for each of our hospitals and health services. And we need fair wages and conditions to attract and keep doctors so you can access care when you need it. Help make our health system safer for you and safer for me. Visit safermedicalstaffing.com.au. Authorised by Dr. Laura Willington, President, South Australian Salaried Medical Officers Association, Adelaide.
Thinking of painting and don't know where to start?
We do, because we know paint at Crowey's.
So, visit Crowey's. And while you're there, join Crowey's Club to get 10% off everything.
We know paint at Crowey's.
The ultimate road trip sale is back. Gear up with exclusive deals at South Australia's Caravan, Camping and Outdoor Sale. Get caravans, campers, motorhomes, camping and four-wheel drive essentials and pro tips all under one roof. Plus, with free entry for under 16s, fun activities for kids and epic giveaways, there's something for wanderers of all ages. South Australia's Caravan, Camping and Outdoor Sale. 24th to 27th July at the Adelaide Showground. Get your tickets online.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
7 minutes to 5. Where are they now? 5 o'clock. We'll speak to a teammate of Barry Robran as we say farewell. And a very, we're sharing lots of tributes over the last 48 hours here on 5AA, so that'll be one not to miss. Teams are 1 hour away as well for the Crows and Port Adelaide. And if you'd like tickets to this match, it is a sellout on Sunday at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre for our Adelaide Thunderbirds semi-final against the Melbourne Vixens. We have your opportunity to win a double pass right here, right now. 8223 0055. Let's see if we can get to 3 in a row for these girls.
Let's go to Paralawi. Hello, Rob.
Hi, guys. I'm just wondering what Russell and Barry would earn in these days as in this time now.
Oh, Rob. Oh, how could you even...
Firstly, we found out yesterday that when Barry Robran was offered a Form 4 from Carlton, all he took was a training guernsey.
Yeah, for Carlton.
Some other people
that's right.
got paid $100,000 and things like that just to, if you went to that, if Victoria, you go to that club.
Yeah, but he had integrity. He didn't do that.
Rob,
well, put it this way. This DeConning Rooster, he's a ruckman. He's reasonably versatile. He goes half okay. St Kilda offering him 1.7 per year. If he's 1.7 per year, Russell and Barry would have a 2 in front of it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
They'd have a 2 in front of it. They'd have to.
Go
back and watch. I'm glad you did this with me, Timmy. And actually rang Jars today. I said, go and do it. And I think he has. So get on YouTube and watch the 1973 state game, SA versus Victoria at Adelaide Oval here. 60-odd thousand. Watch the last quarter, and there are 2 people that really do stand out, although Carmen was not bad at the goal square. And then when Johnny Wynn come off with all his knees and elbows and throwing punches. But Robran had the most amazing last quarter, and I think Russell Liebert must have played across half-back
He went half back.
So they put him back, and they just
ate it up.
They just stand out. How big did Russell look against everyone?
Massive.
Oh, my God.
I'll tell you who's
big.
But
I enjoyed that. That was excellent.
This big game coming up between the Suns and the Crows is no better than when Stephen Rowe goes head-to-head.
With Quentin with a Q?
Quentin with a Q. G'day, Quentin.
Good.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Hang on, Turbo. I have been very professional this last month, waiting for this game.
Can I be professional as well?
Please.
can you think that 2 years ago these two teams were playing such a great game in the last 2 years of football that they've played, where they've come from in the last 2 years?
That is a great call, Keith. These are the two most exciting, up-and-coming, talented teams. I mean, your midfield outstanding, the Crows front half, the back. Look, this is the game. I'm the same.
I can't wait.
This will be a belter.
Even if my team lose, which hopefully doesn't happen, but I think we're going to go in there and win because I now have the belief that my team can beat anybody. We did that last week. But I sit and watch football now with watching my team, and I have a belief that we can beat anybody that comes out there and win every game.
Of them, mate. Damien Hardwick can clearly coach that midfield of yours.
Not only that, there's lots behind the scenes. I mean, Stewie Dew had a bit to do with it. We've got to give him credit as well. But this game's just going to be great. And where do you think the matchups are going to be? Mine is that the Big Mac he's going to have his brain switched on, and he's going to have a big game down in the back line against your three big monsters. But who's going to be on Kingy and who's going to be on my mate Longy and the midfield? What are the matchups?
I think you guys win it out of the square, win stoppage. Rowell and Anderson scare the living by jingos out of me if they light up. God, they were good last week. Their first half, both of them, midfield versus Collingwood's frightening.
Elite.
There's matchups everywhere, but I don't reckon. Who's it, McAndrew? Big gob? He shoots his gob off. He won't hold it. Candle to Thilthorpe.
Well, let's see how that matchup goes. That's going to be one of the best of the weekend. It is 3 minutes to 5. We have Where Are They Now next with Terry von Bertouch.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
5AA Winter Breakfast. Tom Wren and Jade Robran.
We've been talking a bit about ramping in the last couple of weeks. Now the Nurses Union is demanding an end to internal ramping and corridor care as the health system struggles to cope with demand. Associate Professor Elizabeth DeBars.
The issue is it's not going away. If anything, it's worsening. Look, it really is unsatisfactory.
Weekday mornings from 6 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Say goodnight to clutter. IKEA family members can enjoy 15% off Pax wardrobes for a limited time. Not a member yet? Join today. It's free. Offer ends 25th August. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply.
IKEA. We all want to save on energy costs. Go Harvey Norman for the latest in energy-efficient appliances. Upgrade now and get bonus gift cards. Westinghouse 8-kilo washer, just $694, plus bonus gift card. LG 530-litre quad-door fridge, now under $2,200, plus bonus gift card. Bosch 14-place freestanding dishwasher, huge value, $1,347, plus bonus gift card. Don't miss bonus gift cards with selected appliances at Harvey Norman now. Conditions and exclusions apply.
When it comes to buying, selling property, you need an agent who's not just out there for the quick sale. No, you need someone who can stand their ground to ensure you're maximising your home's potential. Now, there's a good reason Toop & Toop is defying market trends and continuing to deliver premium outcomes for its clients.
Do you know what? We all know the name. If I was to walk past 100 people and say, name a real estate company.
Toop & Toop.
Toop & Toop. 40 years of history. How's that? Bronte and his team understand the market like no other. They know what it takes to maximise results for your property in any selling condition. Keyword there, any selling condition. Mm-hmm. So if you're thinking about putting your home on the market or you just want to know what it's worth, now is the perfect time. Toop & Toop, remember them, Toop & Toop, Adelaide's trusted real estate advisors.
This is how you get in contact with them. You can visit toop.com.au. You can call 8274 8588. And don't forget, you can hear more from Bronte and the Toop & Toop team on Real Estate Radio with Leith Forrest every Wednesday at 2 p.m. right here on 5AA.
Hello, this is Roger from Optical by National Pharmacies.
Hey, is there a 20% off sale?
There's no sale.
Oh, I missed it.
No, you can still save 20%.
What?
It's just not a sale.
Then what is it?
It's just 20% off frames, lenses and sunglasses.
So like a sale?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not really.
Oh.
You just need a National Pharmacies membership. You can join in store today.
Oh, a membership.
Yeah, with Optical by National Pharmacies, you've got this. Terms and conditions apply.
It's Christmas in July at Wayville Hyundai. With every car delivered this month, we'll donate $100 straight to the Salvation Army Red Shield Appeal, so your new Hyundai helps Aussies in need. Plus, we're inviting you to join us by popping a donation under our Christmas tree so we can pass it on to Salvation Army. Head to our website to see how you can help make a difference. Visit wayvillehyundai.com.au and change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai.
The news and information that matters. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Partly cloudy tonight and mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 15. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig. An elderly woman has died and a man's fighting for life after their car hit a tree on Anzac Highway at Coralta Park. It's believed the 81-year-old man driving may have suffered a medical episode. His passenger, an 80-year-old woman, died at the scene. Her death is the 43rd life lost on our roads so far this year. The accident has caused delays for city-bound traffic. There's been a surprise increase in Australia's unemployment rate, hitting its highest level in almost 4 years. Toby Goff reports.
The unemployment rate has risen 0.2% in June and now sits at 4.3%. The data shows only 2,000 positions were created over the month, all of them part-time. Despite the result, Federal Employment Minister Amanda Rishworth says our jobless rate is still relatively low.
Considering the significant global uncertainty.
Economist Brendan Rinn from KPMG is expecting the situation to deteriorate as governments wind back their hiring and the private sector isn't picking up the slack.
Then inevitably you're going to see the unemployment rate rise.
The result is likely to put pressure on the Reserve Bank to cut interest rates next month.
Emergency crews searching for a missing light plane that failed to make a scheduled landing in New South Wales on Tuesday say the landscape and conditions are challenging for crews to navigate. The aircraft was flying from Wangaratta with one person on board. Its last known location was the remote Snowy Mountains region. The Prime Minister's rejected suggestions his trip to China has been indulgent as he prepares to head home. Anthony Albanese has been on a trade and tourism mission over the past 6 days, but the opposition argues his visit failed to address key security and defence concerns. Mr Albanese says the trip was about expanding economic ties and he's achieved that.
The goals are advancing Australia's national interests. You don't go from a position of where we were into absolute agreement on everything, but it has been constructive and has been an important step in the developing of our relationship.
The countdown to next year's Tour Down Under has begun. It'll run from January 16th to 25th. Henley Beach will host a stage start for the first time. Mayor of Charles Sturt, Angela Evans, says they're already looking at ways to showcase the area.
It's a really great opportunity to just put a spotlight on our wonderful coastline and to give an opportunity for businesses down there just to see an uptick in activity. We'll be working on offering a range of family-friendly activities.
And Adelaide Crows defender Wayne Miller and his wife Nina have announced the early arrival of their second son, Stanley. He was born premature on Sunday, July the 6th at just 32 weeks, forcing Miller to pull out of the game against Melbourne. Stanley is receiving care in the neonatal intensive care unit where he'll stay till he's strong enough to go home. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
At Barossa Volkswagen, we'll let you take a car home for the night. Barossa Volkswagen. City service, country feels.
Adelaide captain Jordan Dawson has finalised a contract extension to remain a Crow till at least the end of 2029.
I didn't really look too far ahead, to be honest, when I first signed. I obviously wanted to come in and earn the respect from the team and the club and the supporters and play my best footy. And I didn't come in thinking I was going to be captain or anything like that, but I'm extremely grateful for how it's kind of turned out, and I'm excited as well by the future of the club and where we're heading.
The 28-year-old has won back-to-back Malcolm Blight medals over the past 2 years and featured in the All-Australian side in 2023. Hawthorn key forward Mitch Lewis will make his AFL return on Saturday when the Hawks play Port Adelaide in Launceston. The 26-year-old suffered an ACL injury in round 17 last year. While Port will have to make some changes with Jason Horne-Francis out after foot surgery and Connor Rosie's doubtful with a hand injury. North Melbourne's Luke McDonald will miss the remainder of the season after undergoing surgery today on his shoulder, while Nick Larkey has again been ruled out of the Kangaroos clash with Sydney as he recovers from a PCL injury. And Essendon's Liam McMahon will make his AFL debut tonight when the Bombers take on GWS at Marvel Stadium. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Karata Park, that smash still getting cleaned up. Anzac Highway near Beckman Street. Heavy delays inbound. Detours in place. Avoid if you can tonight. Also getting cleaned up a smash at Henley Beach, car and Stobie Pole, Seaview Road near South Street, and a collision that's just happened then at Torrensville, Henley Beach Road near Chapman Street. Quite big delays too. The IKEA sale is now on. Enjoy up to 60% off hundreds of products. Head in store or to ikea.com.au before everyone finds out. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight, down to 7, and mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 15. A shower or two on Saturday, 16. Partly cloudy Sunday, also 16. And mostly sunny Monday, up to 18. At the moment, 13. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, we're relieved. The parents of Peter Falconio break their silence over the death of their son's killer. Donald Trump lashes out amid backlash over the Jeffrey Epstein files. IVF breakthrough, babies born with the DNA of 3 people. And the hottest Adelaide suburbs where you can buy a house right now. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
How far would you go for your dream kitchen? And how far would you go to get 25% off? How about 15 minutes up the freeway to Balhanna Kitchens by Design? 2, the largest showroom in the Adelaide Hills. Custom build your dream with our award-winning designers. And get 25% off your cabinets with laminate bench tops. For a limited time, of course. Balhanna Kitchens by Design. It's not too far to go to make your dream a reality. balhannakitchens.com.au.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Welcome back. It's 7 minutes after 5. It is Thursday night, which means it's team selection night for both the Crows and Port Adelaide, so we'll have those teams drop at 5:50, and that's when we'll speak to Crows assistant coach Scott Burns, who'll give us the latest around the selection today. And thanks for that text earlier from Paul at Westlakes, who said that he saw Sam Berry and Dan Curtin leave the track early, so we'll see what that plays a part for Adelaide in particular. Gold Coast Suns development coach and former Crow himself, Richard Douglas, will join us in the next hour. Plus, we're taking your calls 8223 0000. And remember, you can watch the show live on the Ranella Hyundai live stream. We're on 5AA's Facebook and YouTube if you'd like to watch along. Right now, though, all thanks to Walco, it's Where Are They Now? Walco are at the centre of ESA's biggest cover-up with their incredibly good-looking Walco mesh pool cover.
The 5AA Sports Show's Where Are They Now? Past legends, past glories.
Yeah, it's an incredible playing record. 163 games with North Adelaide, 52 with the Redlegs. So a total of 215 games, 3 premierships, 2 with the Roosters, 1 with the Redlegs, 11 games for South Australia. I think a world record number of runner-up best and fairest, and we're going to find out why, because it was his great teammate that passed away sadly yesterday. I speak none other than Terry von Bertouch. G'day, Terry.
G'day, Timmy. How are you? Rowey?
Hey, Terry.
Good to hear from you, mate, and thanks for coming on. And you also gave birth to, a couple of diamonds, didn't you? Yeah, Natalie and Laura. Literally diamonds. That's absolutely.
And a son as well.
That's right, your beautiful son. So, hey, mate, and all that time, it is quite a record. And I was speaking to Jace Bodie, and he said, ask him about the runner-ups. He said, anywhere else you've been a 5-time best and fairest, mate?
Well, people ask me that often, and I say, look, I actually won 4. Well, not really, but runner-up to Barry
is
4 times, whatever it is. Yeah, I take that as being my best and fairest anyway.
Absolutely. You were right there, right from the beginning in 67 and the like. What were your first impressions when, this lad came down from Whyalla?
Yeah, well, we both started in 67, as did Dennis Sachs.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was 67 as well. Barry started straight off. I got in after a few games, I think, that year. But, look, I played with him and all those premierships with him, and I reckon we basically took him for granted because that's just what he did every week.
Yeah.
I mean, we had some great other players, Bugs, Dawsey, Bob Hammond, Dennis Neil Sachs, Johnny Phillips, Barry Stringer. So we had some really good sides. And Barry was just one of us, but he was. So I think we took him for granted because we saw him do that week in, week out, every week. So,
yeah, pretty special. Rowey and I had the pleasure, and you played 11 state games for South Australia, but we caught the 1973 state game, and watching that, you were roving. I think you were roving with Ray Huppets, if I'm correct. Yeah. Gee whiz, what a game of football that was.
73, was that the one at Adelaide Oval?
Adelaide Oval. We just went down by 4 points. Jazza kicked 10.
Yeah, that's right. That was a really high-scoring game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ray and I rode together for a few years there. We got on really well. That was a really good game. I looked back on it. Must have come up on the Sandford website or something, and I watched some of it, and I'd forgotten the quality of players. In fact, I reckon that's the game where our reserves were John Wynne and Malcolm Blight.
Correct.
Yeah.
Didn't come on to the last 10 minutes of the quarter.
Yeah, Blighty came on and kicked a few goals late, I reckon. When he came on. But
Terry, firstly, condolences on the loss to your premiership teammate, Baz. He was just a true diamond, a true gentleman, one of God's greats. There's no other word you can describe.
Yeah.
In your words, what did Barry Robran mean to you as a teammate?
Well, he was, as everyone knows, he was unbelievably brilliant player. But when you're in the heat of the game, you sort of don't have the time to stand back and admire what he does, I guess, whereas from the boundary you could. But he was just it was all about team. It was never, ever, ever about him. And he just expected us, we expected him to do what he did, and he did 99% of the time, and he expected us to do our bit too. So, he was a fantastic teammate.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Terry, I play with a number of blokes. Macca springs to mind, and I didn't realise how actually good he was until I finished. And, we didn't have, like they have now, vision and edits and all of that. Like the coach would speak to you after the game, that was it. You'd train so you didn't have that luxury either of being able to watch the edits and that. When you played with him, and did you guys did you realise how good Bazza was?
Well, I mean, we obviously knew he was good, but honestly, we were, most of the time, we've just had head down, bum up, trying to get a kick ourselves. And when you look back on it and when you saw replays, you sort of saw stuff you don't see on the ground. So it's quite amazing what he could do when I've seen recent replays and all that sort of stuff. But
Hey, Terry, you had Jeff Motley as a coach when you arrived. You morphed into Mike Patterson when he came over from Victoria. Of course, he took you guys to 71, 72. And then, of course, Bob Hammond was playing in that team who later coached you. But just describe what it was like building up to 71, 72 as a club.
Okay, as a club, when Jeff Motley came in, I loved him. That was my first year. Yeah. So he was terrific to me. And as a Port Adelaide person, Timmy, you'd know that he taught me that if you're injured and you've got a corky or something, and you play, it's just too bad. You play. It's not, you don't miss the game through something like that. So he encouraged me heaps. He backed me in all the way. So I love that, and I reckon he sort of set our team up. To a certain extent, because as I said, listening off those players, we had plenty more. We had a really good side, solid right through. And then Pato came in, and he was really ahead of his time. He brought a lot more theory into it, stuff that we'd never thought of. I just used to think see ball and try and get it, but he brought a bit more thought into it, and we had a pattern, and it wasn't always that great to look at, but we all stuck to it, and we got the premierships because of that.
Yeah, it paid off, didn't it?
Yeah, it did pay off. And then Bob Hammond that's why I went to Nord, and he was terrific there as well, because I knew Bob, from way back. So.
Yeah, I didn't realise, Terry, that you had a couple of years. Was it up at Port Pirie?
Yeah, Port Pirie. I played the props up there. Yeah,
so
Darryl Webb and I used to drive
Webby.
up, usually on the Webby on the morning of the game.
Yeah,
play the game, and then maybe have one small beer and then drive back home. So.
Hang on.
I like that. A butcher, no doubt.
Yeah, butcher.
So
yeah.
That is amazing. So 67 to 74, 2 flags at North, played in the Champions of Australia side for North Adelaide 72. That was just an unbelievable effort. Then you have 2 years in the bush. Bobby gets you back, and you win a flag in 78 with Norwood.
Was it Bob Hammond that got you? Got you back?
Wally Miller, of course, did all the
he did the
work. But
what about the
clearance? I had to get cleared, I think, back then. I did too, So.
Hey, how good was that 78 win? Come on, Terry. How good was that?
That was pretty good, wasn't it? I was glad it was Phil Gallagher who had that shot late, not me, because I was right next to him.
So
he was so cool.
Was it one hand, one bounce?
Hey, what?
Was it one?
Lost his hearing. Hey, Terry, what was probably a bit unique about that side too was the fact that you came from North Adelaide, a Rover, and Mick Noonan came from Sturt.
Yep.
So you guys were the Rovers for Norwood, both from premiership teams elsewhere.
We were. So they got us in. Well, Turbs was their main Rover. Chris Turble. He was a gun, but he played in that game, but his knee was pretty, he struggled a bit with his knee, so I think they got us in. And Butch Phillips was played in that as well.
Yes,
so,
he did too.
So I think they got us there to sort of help out that a bit. Yeah.
Can we just jump back to Baz? His first 7 years at North wins the best and fairest three Magarys. We know all of that. He played that state game. He wrecked his knee. What could have been? Did he ever talk about it? Did he ever think what could have been? Did it? How much did that chop his knee and his career down, do you think, Terry?
Oh, well, massively, because you only had to see how he tried to play with that brace on. And I actually played in that game, that state game, and I was probably a couple of metres away from that when Lee Matthews got him. And, I mean, to be fair to Lee, he's been hung out to dry a bit because back in that day, it was a muddy day and it was marginally late, but that was the sort of thing that happened, 50 times in the game. Yeah. And just got him in the wrong spot, I guess.
Yep.
These days, they would have fixed it and he would have been fine. But
I know.
It wasn't sort of a late mongrel type act, I didn't think. But,
well said, Terry, because you hear all sorts of things. You were there.
I've never witnessed it.
No, I haven't either. There's no footage. Jumbo Prince was on yesterday, Terry, and he was very emotional because he kicked the ball to Barry.
And
he actually got very emotional about it. He said, if I hadn't have kicked it, but well,
you were there, Terry. Was the kick okay? Was the pass all right?
He said it was the perfect kick.
Well, I don't want Rick looking out for me. So, no, look, I from my recollection, he just came across his knee.
He did.
As I thought, as Barry was kicking it, it might have been in the marking, but and it probably just stuck. But honestly, it was unlucky, dead set unlucky. Yeah.
Hey Terry, the opponents, and this is old-fashioned. They call it all midfield now, and backs, and forwards, and rah. There was good old-fashioned Rovers, and I remember getting a.
And Terry was one.
I got it off Brian Cunningham. It was a list of what you had to do as a Rover from Foss Williams.
Yep.
And it was an art back then as far as being a Rover. You were in an era, and you were one of the great Rovers of our sample history in the 70s and 60s. But some of your opponents that you would have played against, like Ray Hupperts, we mentioned, Brian Cunningham, Darryl Cale, Mickey Noonan, you would have played against, Rooster Wallace, Hodgman. They were great eras of genuine Rovers, weren't they?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, Ray Hupperts was a great Rover. Like he was, and he kicked goals as well. And and all those guys you mentioned, they were all tough.
Yeah.
I reckon I've always said Brian Cunningham's probably, he was a bit younger than me, I think, but he was probably one of the best that
you played against?
Came across, I reckon.
Yeah, wow. It was a great era for it. And of course, we were watching as kids, trying to emulate you guys and see what you did and how you did it. I used to love Mickey Noonan be able to smother the umpire's bounce. Do you remember that stuff?
Oh, yeah. Well, he knew where the ball was going to go. That's what Jack did. And Rick had just put it down in a spot and,
And they'd take it away. Hey, you know when you got back to Norwood, when you were recruited by Norwood, your first sort of couple of months, you play in the Arthur Cup and you win the NFL Champions, which was a night comp, wasn't it?
Was that 77?
Yeah. And you won that as well. So you got premierships hanging out your ears. It makes up for those runner-up best and fairest. But I remember going watching the Arthur Cup at Norwood Oval all the time. And I reckon you used to use a white football, did you not?
Yeah, it was white. Was it? Yeah, it was a white ball. Yes, it was.
It was a white ball. And I think they changed it because it didn't come up on the TV. And they had to change it for TV.
Right.
Yeah. What a great era that was.
Well, it was. See, we didn't have many night games then.
No.
And I because I was trying to wear contact lenses, I used to struggle a bit in the nights. But anyway, I was just in the right place at the right time, really. North Adelaide and Norwood.
So many times. It's quite a coincidence, Terry.
Very humble, Terry. You didn't trip over a nut. Ardith, wasn't that a cigarette?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't a good one. I was more a Winnie Red type of man.
No, we had the Escort Cup later, mate.
Oh, we did too. Terry, thanks for sharing some wonderful thoughts about Barry Robran and your career. As Stud says, just read it. It was outstanding. Thanks for sharing and thanks for your time, Terry. Great to chat.
That's a pleasure, boys. No problem.
Oh, fantastic. Terry von Bertouch, what a record it is too. So just exciting to have him. 215 games, 3 flags. He's in the Sample Hall of Fame too, was inducted in 2010, and well-deserved there. All thanks to Walco. It's SA's biggest cover-up. Walco's mesh pool cover keeps leaves and debris out of your pool all year round. And because it's pulled super taut, it never sags and it looks awesome. Ask Walco about their mesh pool cover.
It's 22 after 5. Let's check your traffic.
Afternoon, Karratha Park smash and Anzac Highway still getting cleared up. It's near Beckman Street. Heavy delays inbound. Anzac Highway actually closed if you're heading into the city. DC was in place. Avoid it if you can. Torrensville, big delays with the smash there too. Henley Beach Road near Chapman Street. Busy South Road, Edwardstown with a camera. Maxwell Road, Para Hills. Avita Motorhomes and Caravans is celebrating 60 years of manufacturing in Australia with great 60-month offers for a limited time. Visit Great Southern RV, Avita Adelaide. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
See movies how they should be seen. Hear movies how they should be heard. All on the big screen with Quake Sound at Wallace. And now you can see them for less and enjoy candy bar discounts and other special member offers and freebies. Simply become a My Wallace member today. It's free, it's easy and it's full of benefits. Go to wallace.com.au and click on Join My Wallace today. Wallace Mitcham, Mount Barker, Noarlunga and the Piccadilly. South Australia's home of big screen magic and entertainment.
Hello, darlings. Celebrate the festive season in style at this year's Cabaret Christmas at Adelaide Convention Centre. A spectacular lineup of show-stopping entertainment with Adelaide's hottest party bands and best of all, me, Hans, your MC. So gather your workmates or your friends as we toast the season with an all-inclusive 3-course dinner package. Don't miss Cabaret Christmas. Book now via the Adelaide Convention Centre website.
It's Christmas in July at Wayville Hyundai. With every car delivered this month, we'll donate $100 straight to the Salvation Army Red Shield Appeal, so your new Hyundai helps Aussies in need. Plus, we're inviting you to join us by popping a donation under our Christmas tree so we can pass it on to Salvation Army. Head to our website to see how you can help make a difference. Visit wayvillehyundai.com.au and change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai.
If you've heard about Christmas in July, then get excited. You can score yourself a Cooper's Ugly Christmas Jumper with Sip and Save.
And it's simple too. Simply purchase any participating 24-pack of Cooper's beer at Sip and Save and you'll receive a token. Once you've collected 3 tokens, you can redeem them for a Cooper's Ugly Christmas Jumper. There are 6 colours to choose from.
And
good.
That is the range of Cooper's beers right there. Now, how about this for a great Sip and Save deal? Cooper's Pale Ale, 24-pack bottles, $58.99.
That's a green one?
Yeah,
green.
That is. You can always expect more at Sip and Save. More deals, more range, more service.
Sparkling is what colour?
Red.
Well done. Mid?
Med is orange. Meadow.
So you're good. You're good. Prices may vary in country areas. Available while stocks last. T's and C's apply. Find them at sipandsave.com.au and do this, please, because Tim doesn't. Drink responsibly.
Transform your home with the Inspired by Life sale at Choices Flooring. Save on a range of stylish carpet, timber, rugs and window furnishings. Visit choicesflooring.com to download the catalogue or visit your nearest Choices Flooring showroom today.
Hi, Brett Ebert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of locate demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
If you've seen Aldi's low prices, you may have thought they're having a sale, but they're not. And here's how you can tell. If there was a sale, there'd be a horn going, wee, 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 and I'd be shouting, it's a celebration, as starbursts flash and confetti explodes. But there's no sale, just low prices every day at Aldi on everything from fancy stuff like Lacura neck firming cream to bread, milk and ankle grinders. Aldi, good different.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
26 minutes after 5. It is a Thursday night, just half an hour away from finding out Crows and Port Adelaide's teams for round 19. Taking your calls as well for a $50 pounds voucher, 8223 0000.
We got a text. We love the unique home style food text line. Hello, Rain Man and Grasshopper. So which one am I? What was that? Grasshopper, you'll snatch pebble from hand. What was that?
It was the TV series in the 70s called Kung Fu with David Carradine.
David Carradine.
Yeah, don't remember it at all.
Then yes, you do. And then on the back of him was, who was that other bloke? Chuck Norris.
Oh, Chuck Norris. Let's not get back into the Chuck Norris things. Let's go to Graham at Durnan Court. G'day, Graham.
Hello, Graham.
Yeah, g'day, boys. A long-time listener that I haven't rang for years.
Thanks,
first off, sincere condolences to the Robran family, the North Adelaide people. I'm a Norwood man from way back, but one of the greatest I ever saw. Anyway, that's not the subject I wanted to talk about. Butsy's injury has not got a lot of airplay, and I'm extremely disappointed on the punch from Darcy that wasn't cited. I mean, he's got a punctured lung, and the lad's got away with it. Isn't that
Graham, just quickly, Matty Nix has been asked, players have been asked. Until we hear from Butsy, we don't know how he got the injury. Now, what was that big flash word you had the other day?
Well, if you're still listening to me, boys, I saw that. I saw what happened. I mean, it's on the replay.
Yeah, we all did. But I don't think that's how he got injured, Graham.
That's how he got injured.
Do you know that for a fact? Have you spoken to Butsy, have you?
I don't need to speak to Butsy. What you can see on the replay, and then straight away after, he's starting to look for gasping for air. So straight away, he had the punctured lung straight away from that punch. And I think, how come Darcy hasn't been cited?
Well,
I am so disappointed.
Well, I think they decided that there wasn't that, so that's why they didn't cite him.
I think that's right. I think they've said it's not that. But what was that big medical term? It can just...
Oh, yeah,
what's that big
Somebody
term you had yesterday?
Neuro.
Yeah, well, we worked out that wouldn't be the case because the lung was punctured. That was if it was just a collapsed lung.
Yeah.
Well, here it is. Graham, stay with us. We're going to have Scotty Burns on, and one of my first questions will be, is Butsy back?
And how did it happen?
How did it happen? And you would know now, wouldn't you? And Graham may very well be right. Everybody saw Darcy with an open palm absolutely smash it into his top right chest cavity. Now, speaking to the coach and other people, was it up that? It was high, wasn't it? It was high.
That's why I can't see it collapsing a lung. But
well, anyway, Graham, stay with us. We will ask Scott Burns.
We will. It's 29 after 5. Headlines coming up. Richard Douglas from the Suns next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
5AA Winter Breakfast. Tom Wren and Jade Robran.
Are we facing a skills and trade shortage? Well, we thought we'd get Liam O'Brien, the ACTU Assistant Secretary, to come on the line.
We do have a bit of a skills shortage at the moment, and these are really Australia's chickens coming home to roost because for more than a decade we've really neglected our vocational education and training system. And, now we've got a problem and we're not getting enough young kids taking up a trade.
Weekday mornings from 6 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. Passengers died in a crash at Karalta Park this afternoon. The driver's critical in hospital. Australia's unemployment rate rose over the past month, but SA's remain steady. Donald Trump has taken time out of his busy schedule to initiate a change in the recipe of Coca-Cola. And Adelaide captain Jordan Dawson has signed a contract extension to remain a Crow till the end of 2029. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon, they're still clearing up that nasty smash at Karalta Park. It's an Anzac Highway near Beckman Street. Anzac Highway still closed city-bound. Detours are in place. Try and avoid it today. It's super slow. Torrensville, another crash with delays. Henley Beach Road near Chapman Street. And another smash to look out for at Firle. That's on Glenburn Road near Frick Avenue. Camera, Lefevre Terrace at North Adelaide 2. South Australia's caravan camping and outdoor sale is back July 24 till 27 at the Adelaide Showground. Gear up for your next road trip and get your tickets online. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight and mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 15. At the moment, 13. More news at 6 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
The next chapter begins. Burnside Village is more sophisticated than ever. With our new elevated shopping experience, explore the two-storey Mecca flagship store and SA's only Cocoa Republic showroom. Plus JB Hi-Fi, Uniqlo, July, Style Runner, Age, Sea Folly, Nude Lucy and much more. Discover new fashion, home and lifestyle, health and wellness. Plus an additional 560 free undercover car parks. Burnside Village. Fashion, dining, lifestyle. BurnsideVillage.com.au.
Something wild, cool and sophisticated has arrived in SA. Jayco, selling a new SUV and only at Morfett Vale, Main South Road.
It's the best Beechwood home yet. And I can speak to this because we went and saw it, didn't we, Stephen? Now it's open. This new multi-level Beechwood beauty in Craigburn Farm. It's a masterpiece of design, innovation and construction, and one of the best opens I've ever been to.
Well, it's frightening, isn't it?
It's frighteningly good.
Well, this is the thing, and this is what happened to me. I went to one of their display homes, I saw it and I said, wow. And then that was it. I ticked that box. It's inspired by the timeless glamour and style of Palm Springs in California. It's aptly named the Caliente. This starlet of a home, it is too. It's perched high on the side of a road. It's got endless possibilities and spaces for entertainment inside and out. Pick one. There's about 3 or 4. The pool's just nestled in it, so if it's windy, it's undercover. Oh, God, it's great. A huge lounge area. It's got a fireplace. How's the...
They think of everything.
You walk in the beautiful big foyer at the front, and on the left is what? The temperature-controlled wine room. Oh, God, for all to see.
I did spend a bit of time in there. The Beechwood Caliente is a home designed for all generations. It even features its own elevator, climate-controlled wine room. The team at Beechwood Homes have gone all out, and I must admit, you feel that when you walk through it. It's incredible. They cannot wait for you to see the Caliente. Open for inspection Saturday and Sundays. It's at 10 Simon Crescent. That's Simon with a Y. Craigburn Farm. It's 1 till 4:30 p.m. Life's good. It's even better in a Beechwood home.
Got something big to budge? Budget with Budget. Little trucks, big trucks. You can do it all in a budget rental truck. Get exactly what you need and at a great price too. So remember, whatever you've got to budget with a budget rental truck.
Budget with a budget rental truck. It's quick and cheap. Well, have your luck when you budget with a budget rental truck.
Budget car and truck rental. Call 13 27 27. That's 13 27 27.
Step back in time with the treasures of the Viking Age at the South Australian Museum. Featuring artefacts of the Galloway Hoard, the most remarkable collection of Viking Age objects ever unearthed in Britain or Ireland. A time capsule of gold, silver and treasures with unique heirlooms is revolutionising our understanding of medieval Europe. They are now being displayed for the first time ever outside of Britain. On now until the 27th of July. Book now at samuseum.sa.gov.au.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Well, we don't know what caused it exactly, but he's recovering well. He's still in Melbourne.
so he wasn't able to fly. And then obviously there's every precaution taken to make sure that he's okay. It's been a couple of nights there now. I think he'll drive back hopefully in the next few days, but he's in a good position at the moment. He's feeling a lot better, and he'll come back by car rather than risking a flight.
At 25-6, that was Matthew Nicks speaking on Monday about Jordan Butts, just for those who were listening earlier in regards to his situation. So haven't heard back if he's driven back by now, but he has been obviously spending a lot of time in Melbourne in hospital recovering from that lung injury on the weekend. If you'd like to head along to the Let's Go SA Caravan and Outdoor Sale, we've got some tickets, a family pass to get you there. It's July 24 to 27, so next week at the Adelaide Showground. You can get some tickets online if you like, but we'd love to get you there. So call in now if you'd like that, 8223 0055. Very shortly from the Crows, we'll speak to Scott Burns, assistant coach, as teams will drop in about 15 minutes.
Crows take on the Suns Sunday at home, and boy, I've had this one penciled in for some time.
Ooh, yeah.
Two up-and-coming teams joining us. Former Crows BNF. He was certainly one of my favourites. Richard Dougsy Douglas, welcome.
G'day, Rowey. G'day, Timmy. How are you, boys?
Good to speak to you, mate. Now, you're the development coach up there at the Suns.
Yeah, development coach. Yeah, looking after the young boys, particularly the forwards, which is good. So a lot of actually the young forwards are in the A+ side, so I must be doing something right, Rowey. But it's going well. We're obviously developing, and as you said, two really good young sides going at it at Adelaide Oval, so can't wait for it.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Crows and what you're impressed with. Huey Greenwood, does he ever roll up there as well?
Yeah, Huey's up there. Yeah, he's looking after the midfield in development space too. So a bit of a Crows flavour up there, as well as Tate Kaiser, who was working at the Crows back in the day as well. So, yeah, got a good group, got a really good coaching staff headed up by Dimmer, obviously, and really enjoying it, learning plenty. So it's going well.
I hope the 2017 Grand Final doesn't come up with you and Dimmer a lot, does it?
No, it has. It's once or twice. Rehashing
I'd punch him fair in the guts.
But every time I think I've moved on, he brings it up one more time. So
God.
No, hopefully it's good to see the young Crows come along well, and hopefully they get their chance. But moved on slowly.
Can you describe Dimmer to us? Like we don't get to speak to him a lot. We only see what we see. He's clearly a great coach, 3 flags. Describe him as a coach to us. I mean, you've had Craigie and Sando and Walshy and Pikey. Describe him to us.
Yeah, probably a combination of a lot of coaches I had with Craigie, the heart, obviously the work ethic, but the passion that you would see with Walshy certainly comes through with Dimmer. Obviously works incredibly hard. He's highly structured, and the game plan is whilst it's quite simple, it's very detailed. So every player, has to understand that. But he's clearly a very good motivator as well. He as well as an educator. So, he every sort of game has a bit of a theme, and he does build things up. And I think a lot of the young guys have enjoyed that, and probably haven't had too much of that in the past. I guess at the end of the day, he doesn't try to overcoach. He keeps it fairly simple. He puts really good things in place and hands it over to the players come game day. But, he's got the runs on the board, doesn't he?
He
certainly does.
Certainly a motivator, and, got a combination of, seeing a lot of other coaches I had under me.
Dougie, I really do admire the way Dimmer goes about it. I think the main thing that he's brought for me is that he doesn't accept excuses. He doesn't want any excuses, and he just stamps on them. Last year, I think he had that famous quote of, I want this club to grow up, and I'd really liked that. What's his non-negotiables when he talks to players?
Yeah, I love it. It comes back to effort and attitude, really. Like, you've got to be committed 100% of the time, and, expects success and continual improvement. Ultimately for the players, they need to be able to execute their role. He doesn't expect, every player to be getting, 30 possessions each week. They have a clear defined role that they need to execute. And there's, probably only 1 or 2 players that sit outside that are pretty special players. But by and large, every player is pretty clear on what they need to do. And as long as they're executing that, they get a game each week, regardless of, their output from a numbers point of view. So he, doesn't value 6 marks and handles, as he says. It's about playing your role. And the majority of players can do that. As boring as it may seem, you tend to get the results. But, certainly demands excellence and continual improvement. And, I guess what he said last year is about not accepting, poor efforts. I think we've been able to iron out those inconsistencies this year with a bit of natural maturity, but also with the expectation that probably the players haven't had put on them before.
There's been several attempts to make finals, some that looked like they might happen, then fell away late. I would imagine under Dimmer, finals is a goal, but it wouldn't end there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, it's, for us, it's about clearly finals, but you want to get as high as you can in that, table come finals. So shooting for the top four, certainly. And, once you're there, you want to win it. So, there's no limitations on what we feel we can achieve this year. Clearly, we've got to win enough games to firstly get there and then, as I said, to finish as high as you can. But we certainly feel that, our best football is as good as anyone's, and clearly we showed against Collingwood just on the weekend, what we can do. Really outstanding for half, and clearly, so if you drop away against probably the best side, you get exposed. But, we're still trying to continue to work at our game this time of year and finding growth and improvement and chipping away the training and look to implement that from week to week.
Two exciting, attacking, up-and-coming teams. They can defend as well. They're hard at it. You got the firepower to stop Fog, Tex and Thilthorpe, Dougie?
Yeah, we'd like to think so. Clearly,
well, you haven't. Well, you haven't.
Well, we picked up a young star from Glenelg, Rowey and Oscar Adams.
Yes.
So
he's a good player.
That one. That was a South Australian flavour. Yeah. So he's been outstanding. But, they're going to be a headache. For us, hopefully Texas back. It's a bit stiff come Saturday night. But, the midfield clearly is going to be where the game's won and lost, I think. Two outstanding midfields. Adelaide's, developed really nicely in there with some great additions in the off-season. So they're potent through there, and if they get enough supply, it's going to be really hard to beat. So, challenge.
Yeah, it will be. It is won or lost in the midfield. Mac Andrew will want to bring his A game. Riley Thilthorpe's waiting for him. Just give him a message. Noah Anderson has gone next level, and Matt Rowe's game last week, kick 2. He is a ball. Those two have been phenomenal for you this year.
Yeah, they have. They're outstanding players and been fantastic leaders for us. Noah's been elevated to captain and Rowley's been elevated to the leadership group, and they've just taken that in their stride. But I think those two, probably more so Noah, I didn't know a lot about before going up to the Gold Coast, but he's been incredibly impressive in the way he goes about it. He's a fantastic player, both inside and outside. And Rowley's clearly just a bull and gets after it. So, two fantastic midfielders, and Toot Miller obviously not playing, but he's been outstanding too. But going to be a fantastic battle in there, along with the two rucks. But credit to Adelaide's midfield as well. They've been outstanding.
Yeah, God, you're sounding like a coach, Dougie. What's happened to you up there at the Suns?
That's wrong. They've warned me about you two.
Love you, mate. You know that. Hey, look, great to chat, Dougie. All the best. Promises to be a ripper of a game. Suns v Crows, Sunday, Adelaide Oval. I don't think it gets better than this. Two up-and-coming teams. Dougie, as always, thanks for your time.
Good on you, boys. Can't wait.
Yeah, well done. Richard Douglas, he's a ripper.
It's great to hear from him, and it'll be a big clash on Sunday live on 5AA. Some teams will be dropped in about 7 minutes for both the Crows and Power. Just some interesting news coming through from across the border in regards to Hawthorn, who'll be playing Port Adelaide on Saturday. Mitch Lewis will be back for his first game after his ACL rupture this time last year, so he'll return to the Hawks side, which is big news for their fans. Marbu Chol, though, will miss with a groin issue, so that'll probably be a 1-for-1. And CJ Chankuth Jath will be dropped, reportedly, for that game against Port Adelaide. So some early news coming through for Hawks supporters. Port and Crows fans will have your teams very shortly. And Scotty Burns will join us as well on the show next. But first, let's check your traffic.
Cheers, quite the schmozzle for the drive home tonight. Karata Park, a smash still getting cleared on Anzac Highway to Beckman Street. Anzac Highway closed inbound. Heavy delays with detours. Avoid that tonight. Crash at Torrens Townsville getting cleaned up. Henley Beach Road near Chapman Street and another smash at Firle. Glenburn Road near Frick Avenue. Busy South Road at Edwardstown with a camera right now. Grenfell Road at Banksia Park. Just look for the big van with a funny glass on the back window. Music transforms young lives. Join the Australian Children's Music Foundation in breaking barriers to music education. Show your support at acmf.com.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Hi, Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. Now more than ever, you need an agent who's not just out for a quick sale. You need someone who can stand their ground to ensure you're maximising your home's potential. There's a good reason Toop and Toop is defying market trends and continuing to deliver premium outcomes for its clients. With a history spanning over 40 years and a team of unrivalled experience, Toop and Toop knows what it takes to maximise your results in any selling conditions. Visit toop.com.au to find out more.
You wake up and you're feeling a bit off. Your nose is runny, but maybe it's just a cold. That scratchy throat, though, that could be something worse.
Test for COVID, Flu A, Flu B and RSV in just minutes with Cell Life, the premium 4-in-1 rapid antigen test. Fast, reliable results. Make the smart choice for your health and your family. Insist on the brand the healthcare professionals prefer. Cell Life at leading chemists and Amazon. CELLIFE.
Okay, if you're thinking about buying a new car, the time to do it is now, right now. It's during the Agostino Mitzi demo clearance sale.
Tell you why, Agostino is way overstocked, so all demos must go. Now, there's no time like the present to go out and get that car you've been dreaming of. For a lot less, you could be driving away in a feature-packed Mitsubishi demo.
What they've done is they've done up both showrooms and they are tickety-boo, cool moustache. So they thought, well, you know what we'll do? We'll get a whole heap of stock in and now it's our turn.
Rightio.
There's no shortage of great options available, and the thing everyone's been loving, every demo vehicle comes with its own 10-year warranty and 10-year capped price servicing. We've got a few Mitzies. Yeah, and that is outstanding.
10 years. Unreal. You know what you're getting.
Timmy, cap. That's it.
Can't go over. Agostino Mitsubishi's demo clearance sale is on now, but only while stocks last. Head to Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes today.
Hi, I'm Adam from Gutser. We've been relining gutters across Australia for nearly 30 years. Now you can get your hands on our DIY house gutter relining kit. This means you can install gutter liner for under $10 a metre. It's tough, has a 10-year weatherproof warranty, and it's 70% cheaper than replacing your gutters. Go to gutser.com.au to see the installation videos. Buy online and get the kit delivered to your door. Nothing can be finer than Gutser Gutter Liner.
Hello, darlings. Celebrate the festive season in style at this year's Cabaret Christmas at Adelaide Convention Centre. A spectacular lineup of show-stopping entertainment with Adelaide's hottest party bands and, best of all, me, Hans, your MC. So gather your workmates or your friends as we toast the season with an all-inclusive 3-course dinner package. Don't miss Cabaret Christmas. Book now via the Adelaide Convention Centre website.
Don't miss the Cheapest Chips Chippy Rewards Super Sale this weekend.
Cheapest Chips.
Members get a huge 50% off all clothing, so sign up and start saving. Offer ends this Sunday. Live cheaper at the Chippy Rewards Super Sale at Cheapest Chips.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Thursday, 12 minutes to 6. Of course, teams for round 19 are only moments away. Just some reports just before they do drop in about 2 minutes' time. Mitch Cleary from Channel 7 saying Connor Rosey is out. He will not play on Saturday.
So that's Horn Francis, Rioli, and now Connor.
Out of that game.
Okay, that's okay.
So teams in 2 minutes.
They're just names. All right, Crows have another solid test. Suns Sunday at home. 2 up-and-coming teams. Joining us is forward coach for the Crows, Scotty Burns. Burnsy, welcome.
G'day, Rowey. How you going?
Can we start with Butsy? What's the latest? Is he home?
Not yet, no. He's still over in Melbourne. I think they went to take out the drain the other day and the lung collapsed again, so he just had to stay in for a bit longer than we initially thought.
Damn.
God.
But yeah, he's going well. We're getting over there now. There's a few people going over there to support him now, which is good. But
good.
look, he's not he's not too bad. It's just a very frustrating injury for him at the moment, and one we just need, or he needs especially, just to hopefully get on the up and get in the car and get home.
A bit of a scary one as well. How many are you anticipating he'll miss?
Oh, I've got no idea, Rowey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where all that's at. Just getting back here first, and then the docs can assess him.
Well said. Do we know how it happened?
No, I still don't know. I'm still a bit unsure. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we saw the Darcy one, whether it was that hit or not, or a couple of hits together, that maybe there was something that he got hit hard earlier, and whether it weakens it or not, I'm not too sure. Yeah, we've a little bit in the unknown with it all, but other than the fact that it did happen, and unfortunately he's still in Melbourne at the moment.
Great that Nick Murray's recovered. He's had a few back in the sample, so that's a 1 for 1. I'm sad for Butts because he's done everything right. The other one is Cook, concussion. Who's coming in for him?
Oh, there's a few there still. We'll put the squad out tonight and finalise it tomorrow, being a Sunday game. But, yeah, look, there's Pedler and Ankervis going really well. Murphy's had a great game last week again in the SANFL. We brought Chase Jones in last week to play that sub role too, and he was quite good when he came on when we needed him. So whether he moves up into that senior 22 and someone comes in the sub, there's a few things that we can change around at this point in time. But we've finalised most things at the moment, but we'll get together as a group tomorrow quickly and just finalise that team. Yeah,
and I think Lukey Pedal will be in the shuff there as well. Where's City Draper at? 7 clearances last week. He's got some great movement. How far away is he? I don't know. There's something about him in September that I would like.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the attributes, Rowey. He's speed and he's clean. I love the fact that he's clean at ground level and can certainly get in and out of contests very, very quickly. Look, the pleasing thing for us at the moment is the strength of the squad. City's a young player. We know how exciting he is, and as every Adelaide supporter sees, they want him to get into that senior team so we can have another Dan Curtin where we have that bloke really develop and help us over the next 12 to 18 months. But we've got, I've said before, Charlie Edwards, Bondi, they're playing some really good football. Chris Burgess has been outstanding as a forward all year. And one bloke you didn't mention that you should have was Borlase. Borlase has been as good as any defender. So it's not as clear-cut as what you think with Murray coming in. Borlase has been in terrific form at SANFL level.
Hey, Scotty, we had a text come in earlier, reckons they were at your training session and they saw Sam Berry and Dan Curtin come off the track a bit earlier. Are they okay?
No, it was, they got most things right. It was Berry and Riley Thilthorpe just had a little bit of a collision at training, but they just both got up and walked off. It was the last little bit of training and they're both no worries to play. So there's nothing there, but there's you always do have your heart in your mouth as a coach at times when you see a couple of good players hit each other and go down, but they're no worries. They walked off the track and it was the last 2 minutes of training, so they're fine.
Excellent. We asked Sam Berry during the week, just from the game last week against the Bulldogs, great game, spectator-wise, you love it, but was it too much of a shootout? What were your thoughts as a coach?
It probably wasn't for that last 7 or 8 minutes where they kicked the last 3 or so at that point in time. They're pretty good goals they kicked from around 50. So to keep, a top team like that who, look, they're the number one scoring team in the competition. So if we could have kept them to around 80 points, I would have thought that would have been a sensational effort, and there were probably a few goals in the end that we would have liked to have not got. But I thought overall, I thought we controlled the majority of the game. They came back hard a few times, and it was really pleasing because they got some huge weapons up forward and a really strong midfield. So for them to still have a bit of an impact in the midfield, and Norton kicks 5, but to restrict them, keep them unders to what they normally do, a fair bit unders from what they normally have been doing this year was quite pleasing.
The Suns, what have they improved on this season that you've noticed year on year?
I think the inclusions, Noble and Rioli are massive inclusions. There's no doubt about that. That run off half back, and the other one who's joined him is Jeffrey this year. His last 7 to 8 weeks, I think he's averaging about 15 or 16 kicks. So they've got 3 aggressive runners off half back, which is really supplementing that midfield, which, as we know, is a terrific midfield. And look, Miller's one in the past that's actually really hurt us. So they'll replace him, of course, and they'll bring one of these talented young kids they've got in their academy, probably a Rogers or Lombard, that come in and play as a high forward. But Walter, second year in, he's certainly improved. He's been a good addition to the team that can certainly help King out Ben Long's been terrific. So I think you look at probably the experience that they've brought in from other clubs, like Long, Rowey and Noble are probably the three big inclusions that are really helping them out. And Bailey Humphrey's a year older, and a few of those other younger players that they've been developing for quite a few years are a little bit older and a little bit more experienced.
I think our front six gets us out of jail because they're just so dynamic. Those three talls and then the smalls that can score. Our conversion is just absolutely elite. The Dogs got us through the midfield. They scored 5 goals from centre square, clearance 9-6 from stoppage. We're playing a team that's number one in that area. It's called the Suns, and Anderson and Rowell lead the way. That midfield needs to tighten up a bit. Would you agree, Burnsy?
Yeah, it's a bit of a combination, isn't it? Like, yeah, those centre bounces, they're hard. This year, actually, besides last week, we've turned it around considerably from last year. We're actually the best team in the competition at denying teams going inside 50 when they win a centre bounce clearance. So we've made some massive inroads. So that was actually a little bit out of the blue, that one.
Okay, an outrider.
Not the norm, yeah, the outrider. So that was frustrating for us. And like we said, you probably kept them in the game a little bit longer. But at the same time, we do know, as important as stoppages are, the game is 70% transition game now. We certainly need to tidy that up. We don't want that happening again with that midfield they've got and those key forwards they've got this week as well. So they'll go to work, the boys, but it's not something that's been consistent all year. They've been terrific in the turnaround from 12 months ago to where they are now, the midfield.
Well, 11-9 from turnover you scored against the Bulldogs. Talk about transition. Yes, thank you. I'll have that again. Burnsy, as always, it's going to be a cracking game. It'll be great for the confidence of the boys on the Sunday, certainly moving up into finals. It's a team you're probably going to meet at some stage. Cannot wait. All the best and thanks for your time.
No worries. Thanks, Rory. Thanks, Tim.
He's a ripper, Burnsy. So Chris Burgess, Luke Pedler, Hugh Bond, Lukey, Dan Curvis, Nick Murray are into the extended squad. Baden Cook goes out and so does Jordan Butts. What are Port doing, Timmy?
So for Port Adelaide, we just heard Connor Rozee out, Horn Francis, Rioli incoming, Jackson Mead, Dylan Williams and Logan Evans. So a forward for a forward. Logan Evans is the interesting one, so he'll go back. So I'm just wondering who that release is out. And Jackson Mead, of course, will cover off a midfield role with probably the Horn Francis one being out.
So they're the selections. And for the Suns in particular, Sam Collins comes back from 2 weeks on the sideline with a calf injury. He's their vice-captain. Took Miller's been brought out of the side. Leo Lombard, Jepson and Moyle are their other three. That'll get cut down tomorrow for the Crows and Suns teams. Anyway, as 4:30 tomorrow, we'll get the full team selection. Whether you blocks the sides of Adelaide Oval or the goal square, you can customise your build with Sterling Homes. We thank Scotty Burns for his time. It's 3 minutes to 6. Where are they now? Next.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
No matter what your lifestyle looks like, if